the sun is just starting to climb up over the treetops. And it's gonna be a beautiful day, that's plain to see.
Welcome to Bill Dance Outdoors, America's most popular and longest running TV fishing show.
Now I've gone fishing with Bill Dance today.
Now before we get started, an explanation is in order. There's an infinite variety of weeds and grasses in pads in many lakes, far more than are in my yard or in the fields behind the house that seem to have to be cut more often than I care to talk about. I have neither the desire or the expertise to identify each and every one of them. Because, you know, when it comes to fishing, I don't believe it's really necessary. However, I have discovered that fishermen need only to be concerned with the fact that there are three distinct forms of aquatic growth: emergent, submergent, and floating. Emergent vegetation refers to those plants that have stems, leaves, or stalks that protrude above the water surface. Bulrushes, reeds, cattails, clubbrush are really classified as emergent. Submerged vegetation usually refers to those plants that are rooted to the bottom, with most of their leaves and stems growing under the surface for more than an inch or so. Coontail moss, hydrilla, and milfoil are a few of the more common types that are of interest to the fishermen. Floating vegetation refers to those plants that have leaves, lily pads, spatterdock, or other major parts floating on the water surface. Plants like duckweed, hyson, and so forth. And all are fished somewhat differently. Now today, I'd like for you to join me as we fish two distinct forms of aquatic growth. One we call floating. In the next little while, what we're going to do, we hope to pass along some helpful suggestions, techniques, and tips that may help you in your search for bass in, below, and around and on top of this carpet of growth. When bass are suspended high up under this stuff, there's several different types of lures that can be fished. The plastic worm, rig weedless, and the popular spoon. But perhaps the most popular and most productive would be the frog. Like the one we're using today, it's called the BOOYAH Poppin Frog, and it's made of a durable material that floats high and is extremely weedless. And it has an unbelievable action over open water areas. Take this one here. It can be used as a topwater, fishing in places that no other topwater can be fished, such as holes and opening in the pad areas, in and out of treetops, and even in openings behind and in between cover. There he is. Running like crazy. Where are you going, buddy? They're going around this way. We'll got to turn around. He hit that frog. He just well, come on back up here. The trailer worked that time. Yeah, you did, pretty thing. Okay, thank you. See ya. Not big, but fun. Okay, in conditions like this, specialty lures like this should be fished slowly as possible, enabling the fish to get ample eye and sound contact with the frog. Now normally, a fast presentation, well, that's a no-no. Bass sometimes have a tough time locating it through thick vegetation, especially you can cover like we're fishing today. So it's important to remember to work it slowly. But even then, what you want to do is create an erratic cripple action, working the bait. And what I'm doing, I'm not going boom, 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 and reeling it and then going boom, 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 boom. I'm going boom, 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 stop, boom, 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 stop. Giving him ample time to locate the sound and then zero in on where that sound is coming from, and then ample time to hit it.
Bill Dance Outdoors, sponsored by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Rebel, catch fish anywhere. And by Mercury Marine, go boldly. Today's Conditions Log is brought to you by the Tennessee Department of Tourist Development. Come experience the kind of beauty that can only be made in Tennessee. Go online today for your free Tennessee vacation guide.
A couple of presentations I use is a twitch, 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 pause, or a twitch, twitch, or a twitch, pause, twitch, twitch, twitch. Now keep in mind that all strikes won't be breathtaking explosions. Many will appear to be like a giant bluegill strike. How we doing? All right, come here. I get all those hooks all in your face. I'm gonna just try to pick you up without getting stuck. There we go. And we got that. Little 2-pounder, 2.5-pounder. Okay, buddy. Toodaloo. Boom. These hooks come out of this frog. You gotta readjust everything. Anytime you're fishing, it's smart to always be observant, but especially when you're fishing vegetation. Bass are here, but not everywhere. You want to look and listen carefully for feeding fish. Watch out for bait fish moving. These are good signs. Another indication that an area like this is alive and active is by being aware of bird traffic, such as herons, cranes, kingfishers that are feeding on bait fish, and smaller birds like red-winged blackbirds that feed on insects, worms, and small freshwater shrimp. Normally, the older the mass of cover becomes, the more food will be present. Birds can be a key to finding some key locations in padded areas. Here's a little tip to keep in mind. Anytime you're fishing sparse cover, a strike could occur at any time. But in thick vegetation, many times bass tend to follow the sound of the frog above until it clears the cover into the open water, and then they'll blast it. Now there'll be days when you may have to work the frog, say 6 to 10 feet off the blanket before the strike occurs. So what you want to do is always position your boat back a short distance to prevent spooking the fish and allowing yourself room enough to work the lure over the open water a short distance. As I said a little bit earlier, this frog has a tremendous action in open areas because of the movement it makes and the swimming action and the sound that it makes. This side-to-side action that it makes and the skirts that it has just creates a lot of movement from underneath for the fish to be attracted to. And of course the sound, that little popping sound that it makes. There we go. Hey, hey, hey. Where are you going? Pretty little old fish. They don't have to be big to be fun to catch on a frog, I can tell you that. There you are.
Today's show is brought to you by Quantum Rods and Reels. Quantum, performance tuned. Pure Marine Odor Eliminator eliminates foul fish odors from gear, compartments, and empty live wells. And Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Today's equipment log is brought to you by Ego Fishing and their all-new S2 slider landing nets with the most advanced handle extension technology. Take the battle to the water with Ego. Today's show is sponsored by Monster Marine Lithium. Lighter, stronger, longer. Bill Dance exclusive rods by Quantum. We have an action for you. And by Garmin. Fight your fish, not your fish finder.
Hey there, sport model. What's happening? You got a whole mouthful of it, didn't you? Huh? Yes, you did. You got a whole mouthful of it. Easy now. I don't know where to even start to look for that bait. There it is. Woo! Come on, trolling motor, where are we going? Boy. Nice little fish. Yes, you are. Ready to go back? Boy, here's something that's important, and that is this stuff right here, your equipment. Long rods, let's say 6.5 to 7 feet or more, are ideal for this kind of fishing. However, the action needs to have plenty of backbone down through here. And longer rods will give you the added length for distance when necessary. And they'll also help you hold your line higher to help prevent from tangling in some forms of higher cover on the retrieve. Plus, the longer poles help tremendously in obtaining a powerful hook set and allows much more control over a bigger fish if you're fortunate enough to hang one. Now, what about your line? Like I've said a little bit earlier, a braided line is one that's almost a must. It has less stretch, more strength, and it's going to be less abrasive. Now, for this kind of fishing, I like 30-pound test, but this 30 has a strong 8-pound outside diameter. I like it. It's a round braid. It doesn't embed. It's extremely strong and takes a real good set on the reel. Works exceptionally well. Lost him. Came back and got it. All right, come here. Whoa. Easy. He hit it and missed it and came back and got it. Where's that hook? There it is. There we go. Good morning. Calm down. I'm gonna let you go. Gonna let you go.
The Bill Dance Question and Answer of the Week, brought to you by Bill Dance Exclusive Rods by Quantum. Whether you're fishing for panfish, bass, catfish, or light saltwater, we have the action for you. Available at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. The Ego Tactical Dry Gear Bag will protect your gear from whatever Mother Nature may throw your way. This bag is constructed using high-performance, waterproof TPU fabric that is stronger, lighter, more flexible, and abrasion-resistant than PVC fabric. It features a roll top with zipper closure, welded seams, Cryptek camo technology, molly loops for external tool management, and a contoured shoulder strap. Mother Nature, bring it on. Today's show is sponsored in part by Millennium Marine, a new class of comfort. And by Garmin Force Trolling Motors, fish with force. Closed caption provided by Power Pole, the original shallow water anchor. Today's product tip is brought to you by Garmin and their GPS map series, chart plotter sonar combos with their advanced sonar technology. Like Panoptic's Live Scope all-seeing sonar, you'll spend less time finding your fish.
Have you ever seen these containers from Warrenville? They have a clear bottom. That's right, I said a clear bottom. Turn it up and you can see exactly what you're getting when you buy a box of Warrenville worms. Nice, big, fat 3-inch red worms. Get some. The bluegill and the catfish absolutely love them.
Come be part of Bill Dance Digital. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Follow us.
You know, we've caught a pickup load full of bass today. Action's been good. We've caught a lot of fun, but we just don't seem to be able to hook up and catch a good fish. But that's just part of it. You go fishing to catch fish, and that's exactly what we've done today. We've caught a lot of fish. A lot of fish in the 2.5 pound class. Don't seem to be able to hang a dadgum good one. Dadgummit. There is a good one too. Dadgummit. Did you see that strike? Woo! Dadgummit. Came back. Well, dadgummit. What? I'm dadgummit. Dadgummit, lost him. You know, over the years I've caught lots of fish on topwater lures, but none seem to be more exciting to fish than a frog. And I've yet to find a bass angler who would disagree with me. You know, they've really been good to me. You can fish a frog in so many different environments, in so many different types of terrain, from thick cover to open water, and I find there's just something special about lures of this type that attract bass in a mighty big way. I'll tell you what, let's look back, and I'd like for you to look back with me over the years, and you'll see just exactly what I mean. Take a look. Woo! You like it, didn't you? Got frog legs tonight, Buster. There it is. Pow! Hey, yes. Upside down. Look at that. Woo! Today's been fun and a little frustrating. You know, time really doesn't allow us to discuss all there is to know about fishing this type of cover. But maybe we've given you enough information to get you started. Like I said, as in any field of endeavor, the most knowledgeable are normally the ones that are most successful. Tell you what, grab yourself a few of these BOOYAH frogs and hop in your truck, jump in your boat, and head for a lily pad field or a spatter dock area this summer or this fall and watch what happens. You'll be successful before a frog can say ribbit 3 times. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. See ya.
Thanks for watching Bill Dance Outdoors. Join us here again next week.
Now I've gone fishing with Bill Dance today.